Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Backwards, and I'm excited about this one because this week we are scraplifting Sherry Perduee, and this original was just so awesome. It's got a dark background, which I love, on a grid, and it even looks like hers is patterned paper. It's beautiful navy blue color, and she's got colorful squares, adorable photos of little girls getting a manicure, and the title is Happy Nails, and it's colorful and bright, and there are cute little tidbits on each grid square, and it's just got a touch of whimsy and happiness to it. And I don't have any papers like those left in my kit, but I'm using what I have, and you can kind of see the color palette I'm working with here. And I'm going to use 4 photos of my grandkids, and they were filtered with an app called Prisma, and I forget exactly which filter it is. It's a new one since they did the upgrade to the new version, and I love it. It kind of turns your photos into like an oil painting, and so I just kind of printed them at different ages, different events. I think this one was taken about a year ago. This was taken on our recent trip to Florida. This was taken at a concert maybe middle of the year, and this was taken years ago. But it's Ava's same smile and same mesmerizing brown eyes that you see today if she lets you. But you'll never see them in a photo because she doesn't let photos be taken. And she used to just love it. But anyway, so I've stapled them together kind of randomly, and because the grid is going to be orderly, and the colors in these edits, these filtered photos, have nothing to do with the colors in my kit. And I am going to say right now I'm okay with that, but I may hate it. But I can't do anything about it now. It pretty much is what it is. And I thought what I could do, if I just really hate it, I could convert these paintings to black and white and then lay them on top of the colored ones, or maybe even do, I don't know, I could do something. There actually are ways that I can adjust the hues here and make those bluer blues look like greener blues to come closer to that color. But I didn't do that this morning. So anyway, I'm going to put these aside, and I'm going to tell you what I have here in my little tray. I have, for Barrett, I have a collection of like Bramble Fox and Dottie About Flair stuff that has to do with bees. For Ladybug, I have this dimensional sticker with a ladybug on it, and then I've got this flower with a ladybug, and I've got this charm that was sent to me by the lovely Gwen Towell, and so that's my collection of those things. For Ava, otherwise known as Baby Squirrel, I have this squirrel, which I believe Gwen Towell sent me, although it may have come in my set of squirrels that Suzanne Mattison sent me. This is a Suzanne Mattison squirrel, and it has the lime green. It looks like she cut it out of a mixed media piece, and it's got the lime green. I just love it. And then, of course, I have the flair that Adam made. Then for Allie, who is known as Alligator, I have this, which is a free cartoon image of an alligator that I have used for Calvin Ball for several years when alligators got you points. Whenever alligators get you points, I print up a bunch of these and fussy cut them out. So I did that here. Adam made an alligator flair for Allie. Let me put some foam behind that. But I also found a sticker in a sticker sheet that was in my in one of my drawers. I knew I had an alligator somewhere, and I have one drawer for kind of boy collections and one drawer for kid, regardless of gender collection, and one for girls. This one was in the boy one because it was all jungly and so forth. But it has this big old long alligator. And once I get the grid done, somewhere near where it leads to Allie's photo, I'm gonna maybe cut this guy into pieces and he's gonna stretch across grids. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. So anyway, but it's there. And then of course I have my regular kit sticker sheets. Let me pull those out. There's this one, which is the main one, the one that both Adam and I started with. There's this Bella Boulevard, there's this Doodlebug, another Bella Boulevard, and a Summer Bliss by, I guess that's Echo Park. And so I'm going to, again, as per usual, I'm going to try to use something from each sticker sheet, and may use more from one than the other. I looked at this sticker sheet, and there's Bloom and Grow, Blessed Home, and there's chickens, there's peas and blue flowers, and the word grow. I may use the word grow if I think so, because that peachy orange kind of goes with some other stuff I have going on here, but I doubt that I will use that. But I'll have it kind of handy. And I'll have my alligator handy. So right now, I will tell you that I went through my scraps and I cut, I'm going to use a black background paper for one thing. I don't have any navy blue. I need to order some, but I think I'll just use black here. Let me make sure that's all on camera. Is that okay? And I cut some squares. The size of square that I think Sherry used and that I wanted to use was 2.5 by 2.5. But some of my scraps just didn't go that big. So I cut smaller pieces that I can layer on top of solid cardstock, larger pieces, like so. And my question is, for myself, is whether I want to layer them on with foam, which I think I do, or just flat. And I always like dimension, and I always like my grids to kind of have that look of being lifted up off the page. So why not do it with the inside squares as well. So let's say that one goes there. I've got this black and white paper, and I've just got a scrap. I didn't want to waste any scraps, so I'm just gonna build goofy looking grids with these things, and then I'll add other embellishments. And I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of set that margin. I'm going to do the margin ones first so that I can, I know what I'm working with. and I'm eyeballing, and if you are familiar with my style, you know that eyeballing is perfectly okay because I'm going to be adding so much junk to the top that I'm going to maybe vary. For ones when I add these, sometimes I'll add them off to the side, sometimes I'll add them like so. So if I do that, and then I can fit another one. This one might, well, let's do a lime green one in there somewhere. I'm just going to put that, and because it's going to be by itself, I'm going to go ahead and put it on foam because it doesn't have anything to raise it up to that level. So let's kind of do that. And then we'll do that and that. Okay, that should work. That's sticking on there crooked. We can't have that. So I'm going to put this here. And then that one's already there. So top line of grid done. And I'm really not going to think too much about what the pictures might cover. What I hope to do is run them kind of in between so that above them, the one grid line of the grid will show, and below them another one will show. We'll see how that actually works out. And just gonna put that there, and I kind of want this one to be over here. Okay, and I'm just going to put this one maybe right there. And I'm going to put some foam behind it. There's an oddball shaped foam. As you know, I'm trying to work this my foam scraps down, so it takes me a little bit longer than it would if I were just cutting pieces of foam tape. So convenient, but like I said, I just don't believe in well, putting much of anything in landfills, let alone you know, stuff like foam that doesn't really degrade. It'll be here 1,000 years from now. And I love to use it, so I'm willing to suffer a little inconvenience to keep it in my scrapbooks and not in landfills. That scrap is kind of just, it's somewhat misshapen, and I don't care because I'm going to add stuff around it, on top of it, underneath it, and all over the place. Let's see, what color combination do I need now? How about if I have a, yeah, why not another black and white? No, let's go with an orange. Gosh, let's just go with that one. That one's flat. And so let me put something underneath it. I was going to open up the video saying, "Y'all, it's snowing," and I think that's funny because usually when you live in a part of the country where it's customary to say "y'all," you don't use the word snowing in the same sentence, but it's snowing in Georgia. So who knows what's going to happen. I'm staying in. I'm not, I was supposed to go out with Alligator as my Christmas present. She was taking me out to eat and to paint pottery. There's a really great little pottery painting place in downtown Alpharetta. And we were supposed to go Wednesday, and we had a, what did I do there? Okay, I'm going to do this right here because, now let me make sure that, yeah, that's coming out right. And some of these, I'm maybe going a little bit goofy. See if I can do the pictures like that, then the above and below will show. Okay, I think that's going to work out. I want to do this one. Here. I really like the way that looks, adding the different sizes on top of the ones that are all the same size. What I thought I might do is use the smaller ones and then with a pen draw the 2.5-inch square around, but this is easier. It's way easier. Okay, I might do that one or this one with that on top. Maybe kind of, yeah. You have no idea what I was thinking there. Okay, here's that. Okay, and now I'm getting down to the wire here, so I need to be sure I have a good mix of colors. It doesn't even look like I have the right number of squares. There are a lot of ones that are okay. Okay, so that one's just full bore. All right, we can work with that. This one gets glued down. I'm using a fair amount of foam just on this one page, so that's a good thing. I maybe should have had a little bit of this done beforehand, but I kind of thought it might be fun to spontaneously arrange things while filming, you know, although with me that's not necessarily a good idea. I really like the mix of contrasting colors here. I don't think I thought about using them all together when I picked out my kit. And that's kind of maybe one of the things I stumbled on, or that kind of made me struggle a bit when I was part of those groups where you pick out your kit and then kill it. And I still am part of those groups, and once I get my organization projects done, I'll be much more able to set myself up to do that. Right now, the only kind of kit killing sort of thing I'm doing is this series and within this group, and it's just so much fun working backwards from a sticker sheet. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm gonna kind of set the photos there. And as expected, the color contrast actually makes the photos stand out. So I'm leaving it. I'm gonna go with that. I was hoping that would be the case. I knew when I printed them that they weren't gonna go, if you will. Okay, so there they are, and now we just take off and start adding these goodies. Okay, so some of the larger things I have, and I want to get this sticker sheet out of the way, are the alligator. And I could put the alligator right here because that's Allie. And let's see if tweezers and do a little weeding here. I may just go ahead and leave it whole. I didn't think too much. Well, how about I put it here so it's kind of above her, and then I'll put the bee stuff down here for Barrett. I like the color contrast up there better. So now I've got a, let me get a little foam. There, and get another piece. I'm glad I'm getting to use this sticker. I love it, and I've had it for a while and always planned to use it on an alley page, but I kind of had it stuck away in a drawer where it wasn't easy to think about. Okay, well, let me make sure his tail doesn't go off the rails there. I'm going to do this so that he's actually got his feet on Allie's photo. Okay, he's down. Yay. And then I've got other alligators, but I kind of wanted to put the biggest one of each person's spirit animal close to them. So now I've got this Be Yourself, and I can put it here next to Barrett. So let me get that. I could back it, and if I have a, let's see if I have a piece of paper in my, let's see if it reads better if I put it on here. And it kind of does, and then that would kind of go right there. Let's see. I have another, you know what I could do is bring in, I've got this color that is not used. It's my only whole sheet of paper that I have left. But this does look nice on that. And I can kind of cut around there. And then I can put this bee maybe right kind of in there. Let me, okay, this is going to take a minute, but I think I'm going to like it that way, better than just, if we layer this, I hate to waste a really nice perspective that's a beautiful font and it says something cool. I hate to waste that by using it in a way that you can't read it. So I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to glue the B there so that when I fussy cut around it, I'll cut around it all. And I'll know that's going to go under Barrett, aka B. So now I'm going to switch over to Ladybug, and I'm going to do the big ladybug right here. And the B is going to go there. So this will kind of fill in. I'm actually going to put some foam down here. Because I want it to overlap the photo, and it has a flat bottom. So I need to, let's see, back near this little guy's tail. Okay, so that's even. And for Ava, the biggest spirit animal is the squirrel. And I actually have the glue on the wrong side because of the way the photo's oriented. I need to use the squirrel this way. And I'm going to put an extra layer of foam so that there's a lot of dimension there. It's not really sticking well to the cardboard. There was a, the way this came, the way that Gwen sent this to me, is kind of like a Project Life size card of several squirrels that were interconnected, and I cut them apart and took this big one out. So I'll put that, well, I can let his tail, I want his tail to show kind of contrast over the black there. Okay, so that's there. Now I'm going to take this little lime green squirrel and use it on maybe not an orange flare. Let's do a black and white flare. And I'm going to put that flare kind of right there. Okay, so that's the start of my flare. I keep getting things stuck on my elbow, and that's a good way to transport them off the table and onto the floor, which is not exactly what I want to do. This flare has a fox. It's a Michael J. Fox Parkinson's Foundation symbol, but I just think of it as a cute fox. And I thought it would be cute kind of right there, just as a, and I can put another fun sticker behind it. And I thought I would use something that absolutely has nothing to do with anything we're scrapping about, like an oddball, something that has a color that's not expected. Here is just kind of a little abstract sort of a thing, and I think that would be really cute because it has no brown in it, or excuse me, no orange in it, and it's going to be behind an orange flare. It has no turquoise in it. I'm going to put some foam behind it. Just to pop it up a bit. I think that may be all I need. There we go. Okay, we're starting to decorate the squares. This one needs something, and I kind of like this this sticker that says "You're a little ray of sunshine," and I thought about putting it on here, maybe off to the side, and layering it up. And if I do that, then that'll kind of influence what I want to use there. And I kind of like this camera sticker that I have. Oh, come on. The oddball shapes of the foam pieces, kind of. I'll do that. And then I can use maybe this ladybug, or maybe the bee, because that's got yellow in it. I can do the bee there. Okay, and then it looks like there's room for a small embellishment. This circular orange kind of flower looking thing might be cute. Let's see. There's a thing that says remember. I don't know where that came from, but I kind of like it. Okay, so that can maybe go... Where did my tweezers go? Let me... There we go. It fits under the flare. Okay, so there. Let's see what I can do with this camera. Maybe I can kind of overlap it to the one next door. We'll see. I'm just going to stick some foam back here and see what I can do. Okay, and I have these enamel dots, and I don't know about you, but I kind of like using enamel dots over camera lenses, and these might be just the right color to do that. if I can get it in exactly the right place. Come on. There we go. Okay, perfect. That's just kind of a silly little thing. I thought, like, I want to put this this ladybug somewhere here, but maybe can't combine it with some other icon or label or something. What do we have? Okay, I see something that we might be able to use. Here is another kind of an icon that doesn't have any particular meaning, and here's one right here. But I kind of like this one because this has the kind of blue that's in the photos. So I do want to introduce that, since I have a way to do that. I can do that here. And I'll put this kind of overlapping that right there. And then I will glue that on. I love this little charm, but I just got glue on the outside of it. And okay, I'm gonna clean this because I don't wanna destroy the pretty metallic shine there. So I'm gonna clean the glue off of it, and I will put the glue on the paper and just kind of spread it out so that this sticks. It's very light, so it should stick nicely, but I just want to get all that glue off. It's kind of dulling the shine. Okay, hopefully that's good. Now I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit right there and kind of smear it around, and then lay that there. Okay, done. And there is a tiny little pink flower that I thought might add some color over there. That's not tiny enough, but there's this one, which I can kind of sneak under there. And I'm going to add a few of these in different sizes. Oh, come on. When I spread that glue. Okay, so that has kind of a variety of different colors there. I want to do a contrasting flare up here. I thought maybe one of these. Okay, that could kind of cover that globe with leaves. And the leaves have both the greener blue and the bluer blue. So again, Sally Vest, I'm using the right blues and the wrong blues all on the same page. I've got this thing that says the reason why, and that's from that sticker sheet from Pink Fresh, I think. And I've always said these are the reason why, these four are the reason why we retired and moved from Texas to Georgia. So since I have this spot right here, I thought that might go. I've got this black and white flair. Okay, this is going to be backed, the words here are going to be backed with black and white. Let me see. I have another squirrel here. I could have a squirrel right here and another alligator, and everybody's pointing this way. I've got the alligator flair that I want to get in. It's pointing that way too. Let's see, I've got the ladybug that could go right here. Say if I did something like that. This could go here, overlapping there. I like that because that has that blue color. This is a flair, a custom flair that has never been available in the shop, and I hate to use it because I feel like I'm showing off. It was one that Adam was trying out, and it may show up in the shop one of these days, but for right now, I think I'm the only one who has it, and it was just too perfect for this layout not to use. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna add another layer of foam to even it out. But if you really like it, you can kind of send Adam a note saying, I like the double painted heart. He's probably cringing right now if he's watching this. This is a flair that was from the collaboration with Spiegelmom Scraps back in the summertime. And I love it because it really has the right green there. But I'm going to almost have to see how much space that... ooh, that doesn't have black and white. It has the bluer thing. Okay, let's see how we can make this work. I'm just gonna do this, and I'm not going to do a really close fussy cut. I'm gonna leave a bit of an outline. And if I don't like it, I'll just unglue it and use it the way I originally planned to use it. Okay, so if I did that, I'm going to cut some off the bottom. I don't like that much hanging over the bottom. Give that something of a shape. and kind of cut the profile down. Okay. That works. If I put it here, I don't think it necessarily interferes with that. I'm gonna say it's all right, even though I might not do it that way if I had it to do over again. And I might have it to do over again. Let's, I can pull this up and I can put it over here. How about, okay, I can let some of it hang out over the black and let some of it come across over here. And I'll do that, kind of overlapping the orange and the black. And yeah, that looks a little bit Halloweenish, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, so that's good. Let's see. I kind of like, okay, let's see what we're gonna do here. I've got a crooked square. For one thing, I'm gonna straighten that out. There. Okay, I'm gonna just mount this guy here and then we'll see what we need to fit under it. And I'm gonna do the same with this guy. Kind of glued here and overlapping there. And then I'll put Katie's. Flair there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remove this flare and replace it with another. How about this black and white? And the reason for that is I kind of want this lineup of all four kids down here, and the B flare is the Barrett one. Let's see. Let me put this on another stack of foam so that it clears the flare. Let me get those lines straight. There we go. Okay, now I have, so now I can put the B flare next to the, I started them off in the wrong place. I'll do this so that the alligator's over the flower. Okay, I'm gonna do this guy right here, and this guy right there, and this right here, and then this right here. So those are my 4 reasons why. So here's where I'm going to use my little title strip that says these four. Okay, and I've got, see, I could have used the alligator flair there, but I'm going to use the alligator flair somewhere with something else. Let's see. Let's get this. I have that scrap of foam tape. And I'm going to kind of scooch it under so that you can see the grid above it. Okay. And I can overlap this grid. Let me go back. I'm still wanting to use my stickers. There's a cute little yellow flower sticker here that maybe could, well, it could actually go down here with the alligator. And I'm going to do some more foam for the alligator. And I have some flags on that doodlebug sticker sheet. I have some flags that might work. Okay, there is that. Let's see what we have here. I have this kind of blue bit right there that might be cute. Let's put a little bit of foam there. There we go. And do I want a flare maybe on top of the squirrel or kind of behind the squirrel? Let's go behind the squirrel. And do I want this color or do I want black and white? Or do I want the orange grid that's kind of close to that orange one? I kind of like the green swirl. So let's do that. And then I could do one on top, right? There's nothing that says you can't have. I'm going to put the word remember right here because it's kind of a nod to the fact that, you know, remember when you loved the camera and you liked to smile. And she's kind of coming out of her, I don't think any of us can imagine what she went through and how, you know, the normal thought processes that are developing with and a 13-year-old girl, given the backdrop of, you know, nearly dying a couple years ago. And who knows what, okay, that's cute. And then of course I need a little enamel dot. Okay, come on. I had it and lost it, but I'm determined to get it there for the eye on that little squirrel. I started to spray paint or ink the squirrel, and I thought that kind of bare sort of look might actually be nice. So I'm gonna go here with that one. And let's see, this is kind of bothering me, the way this is sitting on here. So you know what I'm gonna do? It wants to kind of curve around and look all twisted and uneven. So I'm gonna go with that, and I'm gonna kind of curl it and make it look old, like something that's just got dropped down here. So I'm going to do it that way. And I kind of thought about that before anyway. I did an old typewriter font that kind of like a typewriter that needs to be fixed, or a ribbon that's running out. And so that works. Now I can put this right there and maybe put, you know, I can put small embellishments whenever you have a flair that's got this all over pattern like that. You can kind of decorate it up. Same is true of this orange grid, but I don't know where I want to put it. Maybe here. Okay, so now I'm thinking that I don't need any more of these flags, although I have my eye on this green one. It maybe could go like that right there. That kind of just looks like the flair has a dunce hat on. So that's not going to work. That's not going to happen. How about, I don't care for it unless it's part of a banner, and I'm not making a banner on here, so I'm just not going to use it. This this roundish one maybe would look better there, and it can kind of overlap onto the black. Okay, so I'm going to put this away, but I'm going to pull this one back out because it has this bright pink flower, which could maybe go right there. And it has some little tiny flowers that would be cute on some of the flair. Right there. And I've got an orange one and a turquoise one. The turquoise one could maybe go here. And this orange one could maybe go there. Now, I'm going to go back to my original sticker sheet and see what we've got. I recall that there are some, I had thought I might use these, but the gray that's in there kind of put me off a little bit. But I do like the stamps. I'm going to use, I have gray in a couple of other places. I thought I might use those. This camera looks like it's ripe for layering on top of. I thought about putting a flare there, and I could, but I think I'm going to do these. I'm going to put this here. I think I'm not going to use those last three flare. And things are kind of filling up a bit. A bit, you say? Let's see. Let me put that on there. Cut it. Here. I'm going to do this. There's actually room there now for a flare in that green color, but I think I will, yeah, I'll use it. Yes, I'll use it. Maybe right there. Okay. I didn't want to, because the alligator's green and the background of the flamingo there is green. I didn't want so much green right there, but now it's okay. Any place else that looks like it could use something? I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a few more of these dots around. I'm going to put one right there and one kind of down here and one right there. Maybe a big one right there. Right here. And then I'm going to put one there, a nice big one, and then a couple smaller ones. That will bring attention to the be yourself, the words there. And the title, I'm going to go with these four. Okay, so I'm going to put this out on the black just to kind of break the boundary there. Okay. There, and then I'm going to go over here and put a couple small ones on the flare with the pink, with the red flower. And let it overlap the title. And then I've got this up here, the black and white flair. Looks like it could use an enamel dot or two on it. Oh, go right. The flair are too sticky for my hand to catch hold of. Do that. I really like how those are looking. I'm going to come up here and do one maybe right here on this heart. I don't really need one that big. I'm going to put maybe a couple here, 3 different sizes. I think I've kind of taken this into overdrive here, and I'm okay with that. It's not for everyone, but it and I normally don't use a lot of enamel dots, but with my organizing I've been doing, I have become reacquainted with them, and I had identified some that I wanted to use. And I actually, as soon as I saw this set, I thought, okay, that's perfect for my scrap backwards kit. So I brought it in. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put that guy smack dab in the, well, no, apparently I'm gonna leave it on the black part and break that boundary again. And I'm gonna do this one maybe right here in a little bit from that one. And then that kind of makes a triangle with the eye there. Okay, I could use some up here. This is going to be nice right there on that flare. And then I'll get a larger one to put down here. Okay. Do I need one right there? Okay, so these 4. Let me see. My ladybug is kind of upside down here. I'm gonna... This is the ideal way for that to go. And I'm thinking that the alligator is fine there. Okay, so I've got that. Let's look and see if there's anything else. I like this word that says captured. But where does it want to go? I'm going to kind of put it right there. And it's not going to stand too much out into the forefront. Okay, and then I've got this piece. Oh, there's a cute little, these are meant to be sunglasses, but because Katybug wears glasses, I'm going to go ahead and put these kind of in the composition. Let's see. There's her ladybug, and then up here. Okay, I like that. Just a little touch of pink. There's already this pink flower, so I'm okay with that. There are a couple of stars. I like this blue star. Ooh, right here on this orange. And that's good because B is a football star. And I'm going to use this yellow one kind of right underneath that and let it go out onto the black, and it doesn't cover up the enamel dots. It just kind of draws your eye to them. Let me see if I can get better placement on that. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. I'm gonna... Okay, let's see what we have here. I don't think there's anything here that I need. There are some kind of tiny cute things that would be great. Again, let me go back to my original page. I don't think I want anything here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use, this is the branding strip, and the title of the collection is You Are Here. I'm going to fussy cut that out, and it's a sticker, just like, you know, the stickery stuff is on it. And I'll see if I can squeeze that in somewhere. And that's kind of a reference to the fact that I'm here. This is where I was meant to be. I can't peel the stickery backing, so I'm going to go with this. And it's kind of the reason why you are here. So maybe I should put it over here as part of this. I am going to do that. Okay, I'm done. This one was fun. I hope it wasn't too long for you. I did kind of go crazy with it, but I love it, and I love those photos. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Bye.